Hey, what's up? I've got a first place Zing deck profile from locals today, and I know it's just locals, and who cares? But it's a pretty fun deck, and I just wanted to showcase what I played and a couple of reasons that I chose certain things and stuff. So a lot, as you can imagine, Jeff Jones topped with Yang Zings at a regional, and took a bit of inspiration from that. However, I made a bit of a couple changes, so it's a little bit different. I'll just get right into it. Played 3 Chai Wen because, I mean, what can you say? You play 3 of everything. The standard 3 Bian and 3 Jiaotu. So yeah, essentially what you're trying to do is you just keep stalling until you can resolve Jiaotu safely, and then shuffle in their field with Baxias and stuff. So it's pretty cool for that reason. I'd say that's pretty staple. I can't really imagine why you'd play less than any of these. Like, you can maybe cut Bian to 2 or something, but yeah. Go over some of the like plays that you can do. You can like, the reason to play Bian, because you get a silly Yazi monster, so you can make a Yazi that can be destroyed by battle and is unaffected by card effects, and obviously Yazi can be targeted, so it really was pretty good against the Burning Abyss matchup today. The other ones are, I mean, Bixie's just there for the Chao Feng against Necros. Yeah, but that's all the 3 of Yang Zings. Don't really want to go into much detail because it's pretty obvious. Talti lets you make Chao Feng and is the window out. So they crash into a guy, you summon this and attack, and then you attack over their window with this. 1 Pulao, this is where it's I'd say it's a little bit different. Jeff Jones didn't decide to play Pulao. A lot of people don't like Pulao. But you can make some really crazy plays. Like, you can make a Chao Feng with like a light and dark, and then like it's unaffected by spells, so they can't even like Raigeki or something. It's really in there for that reason, because it just lets you do really stupid things sometimes. That you can make a Yazi with a Pulao and stuff. So it's really it's quite good. I can understand why people don't play it, but I just thought it's cool for that extra little bit of, that extra niche that makes your monster immune to Dark Hole and Raigeki, which is pretty relevant against Burning Abyss. And finally, I played 1 Zifranyu. This was taken from Jeff Jones's build. You can go, like, ideally turn 1, you can, if you have a Jiaotu and Bian, you have an absolutely amazing first turn hand. What you do is you can synchro Jiaotu and Zifrani for Baxia, and then Baxia pops the other monster brought out, and then you can like chain Chaiwen and Grave, or bring out up Chaiwen and Grave, and you can make a Herald that can be destroyed by battle. So it's a really strong opening play. Obviously it's pretty ass to draw, but that happens. Another thing also is he's not a floater, but when he's destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add a path to your hand. So sometimes like you can just like, if you've already got a board and stuff, you can just like bring this out of the graveyard or from deck, crash into your opponent, and then add a path if you want to like generate some advantage that way. So it's cool for that reason. That's all the Yang Zings and the main 3 Maxi. Didn't really want to play Upstart, and Maxi's generally good against everything. Spells, 3 Path. Pretty awful to draw, but sorry, open. But even then, it's pretty good. You can usually make it live turn 1 if you can get to Jiaotu like pretty fast. 2 Dark Holes, blow up your own guys and clear your opponent's board. It's really good. Like, you just blowing up a big field of Shaddoll monsters. Like, even though like, because they're playing like clans and stuff now, so you're not actually hitting Shaddoll monsters with Dark Holes. You're like hitting their XYZs. You're hitting their fusions and stuff. So it's not terrible. 1 Raigeki for pretty much everything. Like, you don't really want to like have to deal with a Unicore, which is kind of an issue if you're like, because there's no point in like making Chao Feng if they're just gonna Valk and they've got a Unicore up. So it's good for that, and it's generic. Like, I mean, come on, it's Raigeki. No, don't need to go in details for that. And 1 Soul Charge, just a bit of a power play. Pretty good. Pretty good. Traps, 3 Creation. Yeah. It's also pretty cool because you can use it in the damage step. So sometimes people will just like attack your guy thinking that, get through a couple of resources. But if you like use like this with a Chaiwen engrave, like you can like just from one monster you can make like a Baxia like shuffle your opponent's deck. It's pretty good. Triple breakthrough. I was going between this and Fiendish Chain, but it's too good against Shaddoll's. Like you really need it for Winda, and game 2 you can have Majesty's Fiend sided against you sometimes, or Vanity's Fiend, so it's good for that. I played 2 trap stuns, just because like going into locals you're going to play against a lot of crap, so trap stun's pretty good because you can just like if you're playing as tellers or something, generally you can just like sit on like a defense position guy, and then hopefully you can have some kind of out for their Triver, or put them under pressure with Maxi so they don't Triver you, and then when you do have the opportunity to go off, you just trap stun, gel 2, go for your plays. Although someone used Chalice on me, and when he had 5 back rows, I was like, oh, that sucks. These were my personal tech choices. I didn't want to play Lose a Turn, because if you don't open Lose a Turn, then it's like dead, because I mean, all your guys are special summon, like they attack your guy, you special something from deck, now your Lose a Turn is an illegal activation. So, you know, I think Rivalry is probably like so good because everything in your deck is a worm. Your synchros are worms. It doesn't hurt you that much. You know, I mean, it might stop you going into like Tresh or something occasionally. There was a couple of times where I was like, I really wanted to make Herald or Colossalas, but you know, you have to kind of like just sit there, and I mean, it hurts everyone else a lot more. It's a lot stronger against Shaddolls now as well, because they like constantly have to overlay and stuff. And if you have something like a Chao Feng on board and their only out is to like overlay with Earth monsters, then Rivalry is just so good. Honestly, it was so good today. It was MVP that I'm probably gonna run 3. It was just that great. I would honestly, I cannot see the logic behind Lose a Turn. I just don't like it at all in the deck. One-offs, vanities, you just like sometimes you can just win just by like making like a Swanee, like just summon Swanee in this is like like GG sometimes. Torrential, I was kind of iffy about this because like I mean yeah, of course it pops all your guys and they float, but it occasionally has issues with missing timing. I don't know why Konami decided to let Yang Zings miss timing, but you can miss timing sometimes if your opponent like does something like on their summon, like chooses to use priority or something like that. Not like priority, but I mean they do have priority to activate something on summon, so yeah, I mean, it's on and off, but I'd say overall it was pretty good. On skill drain, I don't like the Jiao 2 doesn't really affect you. Like skill drain hurts everyone else more than it's gonna hurt you, so not much to worry about. It doesn't really matter if you can't resolve Jiao 2 because you're probably winning if you've got skill drain up. That's how I see it. So that's everything. That's the main deck. That's 41 cards. I could not think like. I was playing 40 for a while, but I really wanted to play Pulau. And I just thought, fuck it, why not? 41 cards, it's not like, it's no big deal. Extra deck, 2 Baxia. You usually need the second, but you don't need 3. You've got a lot of space in this deck, so if you want to play 3, I wouldn't really say it was bad, but I mean, I've never ever thought to myself, oh, I really need the second Baxia. This, however, came up. I really wanted to make a second Yazi at one point because it's absolutely broken against Burning Abyss. I mean, they can't like do anything to it. They just sit there and they're like, oh, I can't target it. It's immune to traps and it can't be destroyed by battle. So yeah, just sit this. People forget the second effect as well, where you can pop itself, not just other Yang Zing monsters. So you know, if you've got creation up as well, you can do like really crazy plays with that. 1 Chao Feng. It's really awkward to make, so like it doesn't come up that often, but you know when it does, it's an absolutely like crazy floodgate. And then we have a Leo because that's pretty busted against like Burning Abyss. Trishula because a Trishula with 500 attacks, pretty funny. 1 Beals. I was kind of on and off about this. Like I was thinking that it's pretty auto win against Shaddolls. Like when I used to play this deck like a long time ago, but a lot has changed since then, and they play a lot of rank 4s now. So Castell's a thing, and yeah, I mean if you force their Castell somehow and later in the game, and Beals is good against Shaddolls because they probably use their dragon at that point, and then they have pretty much no out from there. So that's kind of why I played it, mostly for dolls, but it didn't really come up. Clear Wing is a really amazing card against dolls as well. It negates constructs, and if they try like Castell it, you can negate. Like a lot of the time, like they try fuse from deck, and it's like it doesn't really matter because most of the time they can't do anything meaningful. And you can negate the construct as well, so they can't really keep putting pressure up. Black Rose just there because you can sometimes just do it on their turn. Played against someone today, and like they're just, well, you can synchro on my turn. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, well, Black Rose on their turn is pretty funny. Goyo, it's not that great this format, but I mean, with a Jiaotu and a Swanee, he becomes 3/3, and it's like quite funny. Armades, I thought it'd be good against Shadows, but it didn't come up. Another level 5 I played is Samsara. Sometimes, if you don't have a creation and your opponent's putting a lot of pressure on you, like even without Dweller or something, like they're just constantly attacking over your monsters, you're kind of sitting there like, I need to play a low level monster that is going to be like safe for a couple turns or something, because even though like they might not have Dweller, they can just keep attacking over your things, and you're just gonna run out of resources that way. So you can make Samsara, and then like they're instantly like thinking to themselves, okay, I can't like what's it called? Sorry, attack over it because you'll get a free monster reborn. And sometimes you can use it offensively. If you've got creation and Baxia up, you can do crazy plays where you make this guy, you crash, and then you can summon something good from their graveyard. But yeah, I just thought I wanted to play a decent low-level monster, so I added Colossalas as well. It was really, really good, honestly. It didn't work against one of the Shadal players because he had like 2 rank 4s available to him that turn, but yeah, it's better than the Necros Colossalas because this targets like non-extra deck monsters as well. And it's really easy to make, you know. Colossalas that is immune to traps is pretty cool against people. And for the final 2, probably the best cards in the extra deck after like the Baxias were these. Like I said, you can make a Baxia turn 1 with Jiaotu and a Bian in hand. So you use Zifranyu and you can shuffle away their stuff or something like that. But you have a Herald to protect you as well. So a lot of the time, like against dolls, you can Baxia away their fusions and then as a follow-up make Herald. So it protects you from like a blowout like Raigeki or something, or BLS. Because you know, it can't be destroyed by battle. And they would have to like... they'd have to force this. And even if they fuse from deck, it's not too big of a deal because it's a Macrocosmos. Yeah. So I don't think I'd play 3, but 2 is pretty good. Side deck, MSTs for Satellar and stuff, and just any like Ritual Beasts, because like you just lose to like Macro or Defisher. 1 Book of Moon. I just threw this in there last minute. I didn't really know what else to play. 3 Flying Sea. This is sort of like a win condition against Tellers. You just like Flying Sea them, and then like you can stall until you can like resolve Jiaotu with Trap Stun or something. Yeah, and against Burning Abyss, it's absolutely amazing as Burning Abyss. Like they just... because I'm playing Maxi in the deck, and then the Flying Seas as well, it just puts them under so much pressure. You're always going to have one of these in your hand. Necros, I played 2 Lancia and 2 Puppet Plants as well, which aren't here. But Puppet Plant is there because you can take away their guys and synchro with them into Chaofeng and stuff. It's pretty cool. And then played 1 Trap Stun, just the 3rd one for back row decks. And finally, these weren't that great. I'd probably play Retaliating Sea instead, but Non-Fusion Arrows was not the worst card. Didn't see it much.
Come, face me, give in to your pride, show me your